welcome to my channel. I am a budget mama based in the UK and my little family of 3 is working to a cash budget to help us keep control of our finances. Today's video I'm going to be stuffing our savings and sinking funds. This money comes from our second income, my part-time income, and we put £120 a week into here. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 120. I think we've spent a good chunk out of everything. Yeah, that covers it. That covers it. Yeah, so not an awful lot left in fun. Like 10p would not go very far at the moment. We have spent a little bit out of gifts and our Christmas kind of fund, I guess. So the Christmas fund is for decorations and food and drink, and the gifts fund is inside the plastic wallet, and that is for Christmas gifts for everybody. We're not taking out of that, just there is some change in there somewhere. I can feel it anyway, but we're not taking out because we want to keep as much in there as possible. Savings, we've spent a small amount, but we were up to £50, so we shouldn't need to put the full 20 in savings to get it back to what it was. Just for ease, I'll take the change out, and we can. Oh, I remember what I bought with the. I remember what I bought with the savings. So I've taken a gamble on something that I found in a charity shop. So sometimes I'll see something and think, oh, I could sell that for more online. And we were in the charity shop the other day, and I saw, let me grab them. I saw some Barker shoes. It's not a brand that I'm aware of, but they looked quite high end, you know what I mean. They're fully leather, they haven't been worn, there's no wear at all, and I had to look online, and these Barker shoes, if they're brand new, are about £250, £275 a pair. So I got the nice brown stripy ones, and putting those down. And I got some black ones, which are the same, they've not been worn, and I'm hoping that maybe we can get a little bit on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or something for them. We'll see. I mean, they were £6 a pair, and even if we just get 20 quid for them, 25, something like that, that would give us a little bit of extra income. We'll see how we do. But we still have 35 left in savings, so yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. The boat fund, I think, was up to 175 last week. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 75, yep. So that's building up again nicely. If you didn't see my last video, I don't know, my last savings and sinking funds video, I think it was, we had to pay our mooring fee, which meant that kind of ate into our maintenance fund and a lot of the money we'd put aside for our starter motor. We did go up to the boat the other day, and she is not looking good, I've got to say. We spent about 3 hours bailing water out of the bilges and the lockers, and I'm not feeling great about the boat at the moment, I gotta tell you. I honestly think we had a smaller boat before this one, and I honestly think we should have stuck with that one because the mooring would have been less, the maintenance and the upkeep would have been less, we wouldn't have had to spend as much on it to get it, you know, usable. And yeah, I'm feeling like the current boat was a poor decision, but part of me doesn't want to give up the boat because then it feels like a failure. And we'd lose a lot of money on the boat in the state that she's in now. So even if we tart her up to get her kind of usable and then sell her instead of keeping her, that would mean we'd lost less money. Yeah, it's a hard one, especially with costs as they are at the moment. I'm really in two minds about the boat. Yes, it would be lovely to have her usable and kind of cheap weekends away and holidays and stuff like that, but part of me just thinks I kind of want to cut our losses and not spend any more money on her, because the mooring alone, if we have to move her to a marina, the mooring alone is going to be a good chunk of money every year that we're going to have to spend whether we use her or not. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got 120 going in. I want to keep as much money as possible to go into the boat fund. But my husband is going for a dentist appointment tomorrow, and that means that, so my daughter is at the grandparents', he's at the dentist, which means he's actually having dental surgery, so it means he'll be home all day, and it'd be nice to get a treat for lunch or something, or some ice cream to soothe his gums. So I am going to put the full 20 into fun just to give us a bit of money to play with. Oh, get in. Gifts, we are going to put 10 into, oh, this is getting very full. I need a separate envelope for this, really. So we're going to put 10 into gifts and 20 into the Christmas fund. I have actually bought a few bits, and I have made a few bits. Oh, do you want to see what I've made? Oh, I want to show you. Right, so that money's in there. I'll show you when I'm done, because I'm feeling quite happy with what I've made for Christmas so far. Anyway, savings, we are going to make up to 50. So we're going to put 20 in, take the 5 out. That gives us the full 50 for savings. And fingers crossed that money that I spent on the shoes is well invested, and I actually end up making a little bit of money off them. I'm confident that I will at least get my money back, so anything that we get more than that is a bonus, really. So we've got 20, 40, 55 left, and that is just, I'm just going to throw it into the generic boat fund, to be honest, because it's kind of, it's all got to be spent, so there's no point separating it into the starter motor stuff and the maintenance, because it's not maintenance, it's all work that needs to be done kind of ASAP. The guy has very kindly told us that we can stay until at least the spring, so it gives us a little bit more time to work on the boat, so that's fantastic, because I was initially, he said, we had to leave by the end of the year, which, whoo, my heart was in my throat and I was absolutely panicked and bleh, it was no good. So boat sorted, savings sorted, gift and Christmassy stuff sorted, funds sorted. I'm going to show you what I've made for Christmas because I'm very happy. Oh no, let's do the thing. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we've got a little bit of change and £2 coins. So the change can go into Toothless and the £2 coins can go into my savings challenge. It's not a huge amount, but it's, oops, scissors. It's more than I've paid in for, well, last Friday I paid nothing in because it all went into the boat and no cash came out. So yeah, so we're just going to fill the 2, which, I mean, it's not much, but it's something. So, number 2. Oh, stay there. apologise if I keep kind of drifting off camera this way. I feel like my setup is too far. I've set it up wrong, it's too far away and I have to like stretch to be in shots. Right, so savings challenge paid into, savings and all of that stuff sorted. Yeah, so things that I have bought for Christmas. I got a couple of second-hand garlands off of Facebook Marketplace, and my intention is to use them for kind of DIY projects. So I got this, one of those kind of leveled candle holder thingies. So the actual black metal candle holder it didn't have any of the greenery on it. That was just from a charity shop for £1. The red candle holders, they were from One Below, they were £1 each. And I've just started, take them out. And I've just started taking the garland apart to add it to this. So I think that's going to be a beautiful centerpiece when it's finished. So I'm kind of, that's an ongoing project. But I'm also thinking that I'm going to use some of that garland to, I've got like a couple of metal wreath forms that a lady in my town sells for about £1.50. So I'm going to use some of that garland to make some more wreaths for the house. Because I like having them on the wall. I've got quite a blank wall behind my Christmas tree. So I like having wreaths on the wall behind the Christmas tree. It looks really pretty. The other... You're gonna laugh at me. So these may look like bits of wood that I have painted white. You are absolutely right, they are bits of wood that I have painted white. But what I'm going to do is crochet scarves for them and little hats and then draw little faces on, and then I've got a daddy and a mummy and a baby snowman. So I know it doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's a work in progress, and I will put up pictures when I complete them. And then the last thing, I think the only other thing I've made two of them because I liked the first one so much. I don't like the second one so much because it's not quite our colour scheme. So I made, hopefully that is all in shot, it's just paper strips. So in my craft box I had some old music paper. I don't know, that stuff is, what's it called? But yeah, I had some of that, and I've got quite a lot of kind of crafting paper and card making stuff. So I just cut strips and made a Christmas tree out of it, which I think was so cute. And my daughter helped, she was so happy. She helped me use the little paper cutter, obviously with adult supervision. But yeah, and then she used the scissors to cut the strips to length. So she helped me make this. But yeah, I just thought that was a really cute, quite kind of vintage looking decoration. And my husband's been talking about wanting more things on the walls this year. We have the Christmas tree and we have garlands, and we put the garlands all up the stairs and they look very, very pretty, but our walls are generally a little bit bare. So I'm trying to make stuff that we can put on the walls or on kind of shelves and stuff around the place. So I made this one. This was my first one, and then I decided, hey, I'll try again and make something a little bit different. And I found the blue paper that kind of looked like it was snowing, and I made another one and thought, well, can't do Merry Christmas again, so I'll do it in French. So yeah, I don't like this one as much, only because it's not, I like the kind of rustic vintagey feel of the other one. So when they're side by side, I much prefer the design of the other one than this one. So what I'm thinking I might do is list this online and see if it sells. If there's any interest, I can always make more, because they're not terribly hard to make. They just require a little bit of effort, really. I've got all of the stuff, apart from the frames, and the frames are pretty easy to come by in the charity shops. So yeah, so that was just I've been feeling really good, partly because I'm feeling quite festive and partly because I'm actually being creative. And I'm such a crafty, creative person, and it feels like I've not had the time to do anything creative recently. So, as simple as they are, it's made me feel really good that I'm creating again and I'm making things that we can put in our house and make it look pretty. Um, Now, what I need to do, because I am awful for this, I need to make sure that some of the things that I like, I keep. Because my big problem is I will make beautiful things and someone will say, oh, that's nice, and I will give it away. Which defeats the object. I mean, it doesn't defeat the object. It's nice to give people things, but I want to make things for us and actually keep them in our house because I think they're beautiful, not give them away because other people think they're beautiful. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's all for this week. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you did stick around to see my crafty bits, thank you so much. If you would like to see anything else like that, more along kind of a crafty DIY route, then do let me know because I love being creative and I would love to do that and put it out there and give people ideas and inspiration and stuff like that. Obviously, I'd like to keep the channel mainly kind of budget related, but being thrifty and DIYing and hand making things, that's all part and parcel for me of being thrifty. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. I'll catch up with you in the next video. Take care and happy budgeting.